You dumb, beautiful fucker.
Who wants to be in America's slash fic with Abraham Lincoln?
Louisiana Purchase, that's a name.
You need to really get off my balls, okay? I'm gonna kick your ass.
Also, why was Michelangelo so stinky? Ew.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 200 of the AllYouCanHear podcast.
The big 200.
That's right, 200. And I'll be your host today, Patrick. And joining me today are my three twice-centennial co-hosts.
It's Johnny Boy.
I am the old ancient god known as Tolt. Colt, but with a T. Because the T's there because it's 200, baby. Thank you.
And I'm the old ancient god Tenzel.
That actually works better than mine. But you know what? Fuck it.
No, Tolt's cool. Tolt's cool.
So when
Okay,
Colt said Tolt, I was thinking like, it's like an Aztec kind of spelling where there's like a T and then like a C and an L at the end. It's mostly just consonants and one vowel.
I was thinking more simple, just replacing the C with a T.
Yeah, I thought that was kind of cool, just that T-O-L-T. You know, I don't know why Pat got to do this to us. Tolt.
Pat, we're not that creative. You need to chill out with your creative, beautiful
The
mind.
humans misinterpreting the gods' messages.
Or is it the gods misinterpreting the humans' will?
Yeah, and my
No,
will is
you're
to
under-
swag.
Oh,
See, Wenzel.
never mind.
See, Wenzel, you might be the god of chaos, but this is an anime.
Yeah.
And if we learn anything from anime, it always ends by killing God with the power of friendship.
Yeah, but what's chaos?
And a gun.
Yeah, chaos. What is it
It's
compared
either
to
with a
chaos?
gun or a giant fucking sword.
The power of friendship that doubles as a gun sword.
Bam, bam.
But then, I have a few tricks up my sleeve.
You can't win. This is an anime, and good always wins.
No. This is an anime, so I'm a villain, so I got multiple surprises up my sleeve. And also, I probably, since it's shonen, I might have the ability to turn good at some point. I don't know.
I mean, touche.
200.
200 years.
200 years of
200
AYCH.
episodes.
Can you believe it? It's just sort of mind-boggling to think that when this rodeo started way back in the spring of 2017, that we still be grinding out 200 episodes later. No, to be fair, this is technically our 252nd episode when you throw in all the extra content that we put out there. But this is the 200th mainline episode.
This is the canon.
You smell that? I smell a fucking nerd.
I'm the one that's keeping track of this shit.
Nerd.
Thank you for it.
Thank you, but this is the canonical text.
Canonical.
Okay?
Yeah, the rest is just apocrypha.
Yeah, all the Enochian episodes, you know.
Yeah, forbidden. Well, not really forbidden, but, you know.
So today we're just going to be shooting this shit and just talking about, some of our favorite memories and just sort of reliving the last 200 episodes. Now, of course, due to quarantine, we weren't able to bake a goodie like we did the last time we had 100 episodes in. But
Yeah.
because baking 4 simultaneous cakes seemed like more of a hassle than it was worth.
Yeah.
But whenever all this is sorted and over with, we'll have some good live cooking, I'm sure, again in the future.
Oh, you know it. As soon as this COVID shit hellscape is over, we are going to get together and we are going to fuse into the ultimate being.
Yeah. Once the other 75% of us fucking get the vaccine, hell yeah, you bet your sweet bottom dollar.
Yeah, I've already been vaccinated, and the only thing that's changed is I dislike Lady Gaga now.
Oh no.
No.
I can't.
Yeah, honestly, fuck. Well, guess who's not taking the vaccine?
I can't. You know what? That's what's helped me get through all this. I can't just sacrifice that.
I can't betray our dark queen like that.
You know, I'm already getting. You know what? I'm just gonna get into the dark arts and just make myself immune.
Yeah, the dark farts.
Does that mean you're just gonna eat an
Oh!
Arby's sandwich, but really sloppily?
No cult.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Cole, are
I'm
you gonna
going-
eat like a well done steak slathered in ketchup now? You have the vaccine.
Oh, that's dark arts right there.
Oh,
No. I'm gonna learn magic. Okay, guys, I'm learning magic.
Whatever you say, bucko.
all right, bro. This isn't guilty gear.
But I think Wenzel's gonna change his name to Wenzel, but it's replaced the first E with an I, so it's Wizard Wenzel, just smushed together. Or would it be Wiznell?
Or pronounce the W like a V, Venzel.
It's like you just reported two V's stuck together, like
Vinzel.
The Vitch.
Vavitch,
Vinzel.
Vavinzel.
Vinzel.
Yeah, I just might fuck around and get into some demonic shit. Who knows?
All right, cool beans. Cool beans.
Yeah, but just be sure to let us know before you start coming inside of a candle.
Yeah, please
Whoa.
don't do
Whoa. No. God, Jesus Christ.
Some cool numbers before we get into reminiscing. I was just thinking the other day, like, how many shows actually get to episode 200? And according to a 2018 podcast study, it says that 12% of all podcasts only have one published episode. And
that. What?
that means of
Man.
all the over what was their sort of scope over 670,000 podcasts they looked at for this study. 12% of that only had one published episode.
What the
So-
fuck?
And
That's
we're
What do
champions, is
What
what
do
you're
they
saying.
define as publish?
Like they only had like one episode listed on any sort of like podcast or streaming service.
Okay.
that's so strange,
I mean,
man.
they-
Just release.
They only released one episode, and 6% of those podcasts have only released two episodes.
So we're fucking exceptional. We're above the rest.
And like and
bet.
like literally half of all podcasts have 14 or fewer episodes.
Wow.
So like
That's insane to me. I feel like podcasts are one of the most popular things. Like I want to say the year before we started, like 2016, that was when the big podcast boom was starting. Or was that? I don't know. I'm not a podcast historian. I just do one.
Or maybe it's like a lot of people, they'll they get on the hype train, start it, never finish it, or they're just inconsistent.
That too.
because like
I might be attacking somebody specifically. I don't know.
more veiled references for the folks at home. But it is sort of just funny to think. Like there's been shows I've like started or like listened to, and then they just sort of peter out. But like life, of course, gets in the way, and like that's not anything really surprising. But like it's just sort of funny to think that our little dog and pony show has cranked out 252 episodes since in the last almost 4 years now.
Yeah.
I mean, like we're nothing if not consistent, because knock on wood, we've never had to like go a week without releasing an episode.
Yeah. There have been times where we thought it might happen, but
Yeah.
Especially during quarantine, like you think that'd be the time where people would dip, and then like we had a comparatively a big year last year.
yeah, I mean, honestly, probably if it wasn't for COVID, probably.
Be even higher. And so like we just sort of like we're consistent, and like we just enjoy it, like whether or not our numbers are like the biggest around. Like we just love talking about silly shit for hours a week.
I don't know if it was Cody or Tanner that said this when we first started, and it still stands true, is that we were going to have this conversation even with or without the recording equipment. We would talk about this. We would do this no matter what. The podcast is kind of like secondary to what we do. It's just us being us, really.
Yeah, like even with the mics turned off, I mean,
we just before we recorded this episode, we talked about Street Fighter and Guilty Gear and asses and all these other things that.
And if we're being real,
could have been an episode, really, but it was just us shooting the shit.
And if we're being honest, it was mostly talking about ass.
Yeah.
There's a pie chart there. It's just constantly changing to what we're spending the most time on. But
Don't you mean a cake chart?
Ayo.
Hey, 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 hey.
And like I remember like way back in an early episode, like Wenzel was talking about some of his like folks at school. It's like, hey man, are you still doing that podcast? Like a couple of weeks later, it's like, yeah, I'm still doing it.
Yeah. Never fucking stopped.
Look at us now.
Yeah.
People, I don't know. It's just something I see a lot of, especially in our generation. It's just this inconsistency. And I'm glad that didn't rub off on us.
Fucking
Yeah,
Boomer
it's-
Wenzel over here.
These kids today, they can't stick to nothing.
But Wenzel, you are one of those
I
kids.
agree with Wenzel.
Yeah,
It's just that, like, they have the passion. It's there. They really want to do this. It's just that when they start, they see that they're not picking up instantly. They're not, like, zooming to #1 popularity, so they just lose desire to do it.
It's a mixture of that and then just life getting in the way because, like, I mean,
Yeah.
like me and Pat, we work at least 40 hours a week. You know, Colt works almost that.
Wenzel's in school.
Wenzel's in school, so like, I mean, there are some days where it's just like, fuck, I'm so tired. I just want to, fucking just rest and nap.
Yeah, because like with the schedule we're on now, like we record on Saturdays and then edit on Sundays, and we have a pretty good system that's been eked out, through the quarantine. I guess a small blessing that's come from that is like having just a pretty stable like system that we follow through for the show, and it's just sort of funny. Like, and just another observations. Like, I remember back when we were like the show was doing like the SCI, like the wrestling interviews, and like it had like the wrestling. Oh man, y'all guys are like so professional and like up to date and like clean cut.
Yeah.
And then like we literally just had like a schedule and like a mics and a soundboard. That's the only thing that made us professional, quote.
Yeah, they say that, but during one of the SCI interviews, I was just playing on my phone and I forgot to mute it, and it blasted someone's fucking Snapchat story as loud as hell. I'm like, we are so professional.
And I remember I was just drawing because I was so I had no fish in there, so I was just really bored, so I just started drawing.
Yeah.
So professional, yes, we are the professionals.
Like, and this is something, like, not to be a boomer myself, but to listen to all you kids out there, if you just strive for the bare minimum, people are going to just be like, holy shit, you're going above and beyond.
Just like doing basic bullshit will blow people away, because I guess how low people's expectations are of people. Just like, hey, we're not shitbags and we have a consistency. Top 10%.
Exactly. Like, there have been a couple jobs I would start and everyone, and they'd be like, wow, you are a hard worker. It's like, bitch, I'm barely here.
I'm barely trying to. But yeah, give me employee of the month. I won't say no. I'll park a little closer to this shop. I'm just trying to think, like, even some of our friends are just like, wow, y'all set up so cool and professional. It's like, you don't even know. Like, we're basic bitches down here in, like, my and Jonathan's literal basement. We have, like, our cords everywhere. We got mics on, like, these, like, creaky arms. But, like, we just...
And all the cords are absolutely fucked, and we don't know which ones are absolutely fucked. So we just use the wrong ones until we get them right.
Yeah. Like, there was one day we thought it was one cord, and we spent all day hunting around town because Tuscaloosa's a fucking barren wasteland, doesn't have much. Trying to find something, we find it, and it's like, oh shit, wrong cord. That wasn't the one that was fucked.
But just how much of this show is held together with literal like spit and glue and string?
Like half the time, I feel like we are like a sinking ship, and we're just like shoveling water out as fast as possible and trying to patch things up. But somehow
But the whole time we're shoveling water out, we're also splashing it on each other and giggling the whole time.
Yeah, exactly. we're a bunch of like.
I might catch a fish.
We're playing with the rats as they try to get off the boat.
Oh yeah.
Like, I don't know. To me, like, there's something as much as like the numbers can really like fuck with my head, because that's a big thing. That's probably why a lot of people get discouraged. It's like, especially now that I've sort of taken a bigger role in the show, like the numbers I see more often. But like, I don't know. There's something kind of like fun about just being like the small little like entity. You don't have to worry about like the big like expectations that come from being like a big production, like, you know, like Last Podcast and my brother and me. It's sort of like you kind of have a more freedom to do what you want. And like, there are days I wonder if us just doing a variety show has been a hindrance, but at the same time, if we sort of stuck to one specific topic, I feel like that would be sort of short-canning us, because like we have so many different interests and thoughts that like we can't just limit ourselves to like one specific topic.
Yeah, and I don't know if any of y'all feel the same way, but I tend to have like ADD when it comes sort of things. I like hyperfixate on certain things for periods of time, and then like we'll just completely, not say lose interest, but get bored and move on to something else.
Like you sort of just shift your priority a little bit, like in terms of subject matter.
Yeah, and I feel like if we were some like dedicated podcast for, you know, whatever thing, I feel like we would probably burn out, because I like, even like a lot of like podcasts or even like any sort of content creation that's deals with one specific topic. Like if you follow them for a while, you can tell it's like, fuck, I gotta keep doing this, you know.
It's like
you get burnt out on it, and if it's like something like, I don't know, like a show or movie or whatever, you know, super interested in, I wouldn't want to get burnt out on it, you know. Let things breathe.
No, I feel you, because like that's a big negative, like blueberry, raspberry, whatever it's called, because when I like, because you know you have these really good like crime podcasts, or like wow, I can only think of true crime podcasts.
That's about all we listen to.
Just because that's
like
the only thing that
Supernatural and
exists.
True crime, that's like a big sort of Venn diagram of what we listen to.
Yeah.
Or like a YouTube channel that like does videos specifically like on a certain topic, like I don't know, like crazy like news stories or urban legends and stuff like that. Like I can definitely, like, after a certain while you get kind of burned out of it. So then I want to find something else. So like I moved to a video game theory channel, you know, like, because I want to hear something else. And then it's like you move on to another type of topic. So like, yeah, being sticking to one thing would never work for us. And if we did, I would just be so upset.
Yeah, and
no,
also too, I don't know if y'all are the same way, but like at least how I consume podcasts personally is like I'll like sort of binge a particular show that I haven't listened to in a while, like Last Podcast or something, and we'll listen to like a couple series and then move on to something else.
So like,
yeah.
So like you
I
give
feel
yourself
you.
a variety within that.
Yeah.
Yeah, cause like a podcast like Last Podcast, you know, they're more the way their genre is like it's specific and broad, but like it encompasses like a lot of weird fringe kind of stuff and like that. Like I could listen to one of their podcasts about a serial killer, and then I could listen to another podcast about like a cryptid or something like that. Weird stuff like I can handle. Especially listening to it back to back, I'm sorry, I completely lost my train of thought where I was going with that. Podcast, fun, good, words, rock.
And plus, just like for shows that have like a very specific focus, I'd be a little afraid that it's like if we were like say do true crime, it's like all you crime here, like what, like spin-off TM.
This week we assault? Maybe? No.
This week we give you a tutorial on how to rob a bank.
Like we commit
we have
crimes
live
ourselves on
footage.
this show.
This
I'd
week
watch.
I'm running from the FBI. You can't catch me, pigs.
This week,
ACAB,
hit and run.
It just
These are all jokes. I am joking.
Yeah.
I do not have. I am
This
the most
week we
passive
commit
person.
tax fraud.
No, I'm not doing that. No,
we,
I don't want to be in prison.
we just attach everything we say within a video game.
in theory, theoretically, if we were to rob a bank.
We're
In
going to
real
rob
life,
a bank in
we're
a
going to
video
commit
game.
tax fraud.
In a video game.
It's just like
In real life.
what I'd be concerned about is like if we went on like one singular train, I worry like one what would make our version of true crime bullshit different from someone else's, or two, like I feel like the well running dry after a certain point, because like there's of course because there's like 1,500 different chicken tender restaurants. It doesn't mean that there's not allowed to have that many. Just like everybody has like one that they gravitate toward because it fits them in just the right way, and that's fine. It's just like I feel being a variety show gives us that freedom. That not to say that the other people are sort of chained down with something, but like I feel like there's just so much that we enjoy and like that we couldn't possibly just sort of pick one thing and only stick to that.
Yeah.
Yeah, if we did do that though, it would definitely, I think, hurt us in a sense that like we would, like Jonathan said, burnt out. And I remember where I was going with my train of thought. I was trying to say is now saying this, I do like certain specific things because there actually is variety within it. Like like talk about those weird topics like serial killers, cryptids, whatever. We have a show now, Caging Greatness, which is about another show which is about Nicolas Cage. And with that, even though it's about Nicolas Cage, he's done a lot of different kinds of movies. So like that kind of repetition is like not. I couldn't get burned out of it because Nick Cage has done a lot. And then also our other show, Essential Viewing, got to plug it in there. Might be returning.
Eventually, we keep promising it. It will come back at some point.
But like with that, that covers movies. Yeah, and that covers movies, but like there's lots of different movies, so I could never get burnt out of stuff like that. But I'm glad that we chose this path. And if we ever get cited by the big boys, scouted, hey, we're going to do our thing, and if you don't let us do our thing, fuck you.
But I will totally drink any liquid you want for a certain amount of money.
If you wanted to give me $500 million and you told me to go stab Colt, I would do it.
I don't want that, but I would
Don't worry,
take
I'll
it as
stab
long as it
you.
gives
I
me
would
half.
stab you. Look, they didn't say how big the weapon or the stabbing had to be. I will stab you with a needle in your pinky toe.
That would still hurt.
That
You better
sounds like
give
it
me
would hurt
some
more.
more.
Yes, of course.
Plus, Wenzel, don't you know, like, Wenzel's biology? He has a disease where his femoral artery is located in his pinky toe.
Fuck.
We found him out.
And, like, on the subject of Burnout, like, a good friend of ours, Mac, who does the Mandalorian watch, which is a recap show of Star Wars Mandalorian, like, they've been very successful, but because they've had such a very specific focus, they've had to really keep a very sharp schedule, and that sort of, at least from what he's told me, like it sort of gave him a really hard sense of burnout, because you got to make that show right then when the show drops and be on it with with a big show like that. You got to be up to date and like really there to strike when the iron's hot. And then like when the show's gone, you're kind of like left with a big off season.
Yeah.
which may help you recover from like just grinding out the shows. But I feel like having a comparatively lax schedule like we do, where we just sort of we do our research, we do our sort of effort into each episode, whatever it requires. But then like I feel like having the schedule we've had all this time has really sort of helped us maintain a energy the best we can for this show.
Yeah. And I mean, if you look to us, any of us as experts, don't.
Look
Do
away.
not. Please don't.
Because we're all really dumb, and we're just doing this for fun.
I mean, it took us, we just got a theme song this year.
Yeah. That was something I had been promising for years, and then just... Yeah.
We finally got it, though, and it's pretty damn good.
Hey, look, we're going at our own pace. We're running nobody's race but our own.
Exactly. I mean...
Yeah, exactly. Now, if you wanted to talk to us about very specific topics, you can. Like, if you want to talk to me about My Hero Academia manga, I'll talk to you about it. Pretty good.
And what?
I'll talk to you about Fortnite
Hey,
and how they haven't added a twerk emote yet, which, okay, what the fuck?
That's got to be on a shirt somewhere.
well, like a targeted Facebook post. It's like, I was born in May and I want a twerk emote on Fortnite, you turkeys. Also, I love dogs.
It's like
You're trying to get me to buy this shirt, aren't you?
This is like a parody of all those shirts that are like, don't fuck with a bitch who was born in September who likes dragons and fucks her dad. I don't know.
I
know
want
what
one of those shirts so bad.
You know
I
what
want the
shirt I'm
shirt.
talking about.
I want that one shirt that said, I don't want it. Actually, I never want it. But I love it when I see it is the, I lube my gun, my AR-15 or whatever, with liberal cum.
What?
Yeah, I remember him sending that in chat.
Okay. I might buy that.
I think it's a good thing to put on a hat too. I think that'd be pretty good on a hat.
I think, yeah, that'd be sick.
Get a fucking snapback.
And just like on the variety, like what show do you know has the host like go on a farm, go ghost hunting, go Black Friday shopping, have cooking competitions, make a cake live on air? I mean, like The Range.
The Range. Like Home on the Range. The 2004 Disney movie starring Roseanne
Smosh.
Barr.
Kill traditional Disney animation. Rip.
Smosh.
But just like I just kind of like bragging about our show to people who like to their friends and people who ask about what we do, and it's like, well, we do everything.
What we don't do.
It's like if we haven't, if there's something we don't do, it's because we haven't done it yet.
Yeah.
Like I have we have like a Google Doc of just like all these ideas, and so many of them are like waiting for when the world is safe to go out again.
Oh, once everyone gets vaccinated, we're just going to go fucking ham. Just we'll be untamed. You can't stop us.
Yeah, I'm gonna I'm gonna roam the wasteland that is Tuscaloosa in search of my friends.
I imagine we'll be doing a lot of outside related things. I don't know. I
Yeah.
want to just be outside with my friends. Like, we never really went and did outside things. We usually got together at either anyone's houses and did stuff, but I want to do outside things with my friends.
What does that mean? Do you
I
want to
don't
play
know.
football or
No,
basketball?
I don't. I mean, like,
What other outside thing could we do?
fucking just
hike.
be. Just exist.
The lads go zorbing. We put Colt in a ball and roll him down the hill.
Oh, that would be fun.
That would be fun. Go on a picnic?
I mean, who's to
That wouldn't
say
be
we
bad.
can't? Because like no one said you can't record on a farm and like try to fight a turkey in the background, or no one said you can't try to summon a ghost with a fidget spinner. I mean, the law of podcasts subscribe to us now.
That's true.
Because like, it's like cooking on the show, and plus like, we don't know what we were gonna do. Sometimes we just have a list, and we just like, we plan out a few months in advance, and then even that can change.
Oh yeah, definitely. Because we had big plans for 2020, and then it was just like, wah, wah.
We had to do it live and think of something else. But I think 2020, for the show at least, turned out pretty well. We got to do some pretty cool stuff. And like one of my favorite things is just like being able to include all of our friends on the show.
Oh, for real. Because every time we bring anyone, in the immediate vicinity, they just have a fucking blast.
But it's like just to show, like, Cannon's gotten into a bigger part of the show. Justin has his own show now, and like one of my favorite episodes is like the replacements, when we had like Liz and Mel and Trey and Frank and Cannon and Justin. And we just let them go and let them riff, and that was one of our best episodes that year.
Crazy.
And so like
psychotic,
too much fun. And I'm just sort of thinking, what are we gonna like? What's the show gonna look like 100 episodes from now? In another 2-ish years, episode 300.
Oh God! Don't make me think about the future. Honestly, if it's going as good as it is now, I'm hoping, and not much has changed, because I'm really enjoying what we do now. Maybe we get better tech. That's all. But like the contents of what we do, I think it's pretty good.
I guess the question I have for the panel: what's something you would like to do on this show, or like to accomplish going forward with the show, whether it's the next 100 episodes or further?
I mean, just want to see how long this shit goes.
Realistically, I would like to summon a demon.
Yeah, no, that's a good goal. That's a good goal. I like the way you're thinking.
And tame it.
It'll be the new AYCH mascot.
It'll be the crossover of Shin Megami Tensei and AllYouCanHear, but more accessible.
Let's be honest. If Wenzel's going to summon a demon, it's going to be the Dick Chariot.
Or
yeah.
Or the little devil with a big spiral like corncob spike on his dick.
Yeah.
Or it's either that, whatever this demon is you're talking about, or I just summon Lucifer himself.
Shooting big.
No in between. What the hell? Wait a minute. Hold on. This is important. I gotta talk about it. I have the Fortnite news app on my phone, and it just sent me the wildest article I think I've ever seen in my life. Family Guy Fortnite possibly coming soon.
Okay. All right. What?
Breaking Fortnite news.
What?
You can't just say that.
That is bullshit.
I don't know what to think.
Family Guy Fortnite. I'm searching this up on Google. Is this a good idea?
I will send you the link to this, because this is wild.
Yes, because I want to fucking no-scope someone as Peter goddamn Griffin.
You're joking.
Back bling Stewie.
I would pay good money for Peter Griffin in Fortnite.
Yeah. Sorry, everybody. This is pretty big.
This is now a Fortnite show.
All right. Sent it to you, Colt. It's in the that one group chat.
Yeah, Fortnite came to us and said, fellas, we want you to break some big news on your big episode. Here we go. Exclusive AYCH news. Family Guy come into Fortnite.
Come on, Epic. Come on, Epic. You need to fucking sponsor us. Fucking do it, cowards.
I would. If Epic did that, I would not mind at all.
That would be fucking sweet.
AYCH gets their first sponsorship.
I would fucking chill for Fortnite.
It's looking like Family Guy could be in Fortnite from that article.
God, so does that mean like a year down the road they're going to bring in the other Seth MacFarlane shows? Like,
put Ted in Fortnite.
No, why? Jesus,
because it's funny.
It's not.
Just imagine a match.
Ted's not funny, but Ted in Fortnite would be hilarious.
Oh yeah, sure.
Just imagine an entire Fortnite match with nothing but Rogers from American Dad.
God.
Oh, this is so good. This is beautiful brain.
Colt and Wenzel will literally nut if like we turn on Twitter one day and it's like Peter doing the Renegade.
Oh my God, I would. I'd go.
I
insane.
would go full blown monkey.
And God forbid they actually get that twerk emote in. You got fucking.
Oh, you know it's over.
You fucking have
Oh my
Peter
God.
Griffin twerking.
Twerking? Yeah.
They released
Get
it
out of
with
my
the
head,
Peter
Jonathan.
Griffin DLC.
God, why has Epic not hired us? These are fucking fantastic ideas.
These are amazing ideas. They need to listen to their fans more.
Am I a joke to you, Epic Games? Do you think I'm funny? What kind of funny am I? Am I a funny guy? Is what's making you laugh about
What's
me?
making you laugh? It's just the way you say it. The way you say it.
Fuck it.
Am I a clown to you?
God, fucking Colt Wenzel went full Joe Pesci there for a few seconds.
Joe Pesci in Fortnite.
That's the
Sorry,
only,
I got a little emotional. I just really want the twerk emote in Fortnite.
That's the only scene I know from that movie.
Oh, you've never seen Goodfellas?
No, never seen it.
It's a good movie.
well,
It's one of his best.
Yeah, you should. It's 10 out of 10.
I need to watch it.
Oh, a funny bit about Goodfellas, when we did the Letterboxd game a couple weeks ago, Cannon got real hot over that half-star, one-star review. And he went looking for that 1-star review.
And he found it.
He found the person on Letterboxd, and he's like, "I found you, bitch." And he just
Fucking.
What do you do with that information? Is he finding their address or something?
That's classified.
that's classified.
Oh God.
Okay, that's funny though, because not too long ago, me and Colt were playing Demon Souls, and this guy would not stop invading us. And if you don't know, Demon Souls has PvP, player versus player, where for certain conditions, an enemy player can invade your world, come into your world, and fight you and kill you.
That's stupid.
And
I
the
hate
same.
it.
It's horrible. It's the
It's the
most
worst it's ever been in Demon Souls. In Dark
Demon
Souls,
Souls.
Bloodborne, I can handle it there. But in Demon Souls, I don't feel comfortable saying his name. But this
no,
guy...
we don't have to say his name. But it was so funny because when he kept invading us, I was so angry. I looked him up and I was like, Colt, is there a way you can look at recent players that you played with through PlayStation 5? And he's like, I don't know. So then I was quiet for like 15 minutes, and then I was like, found him, and Colt's like, oh shit, you did some detective work. Oh yeah. And then we did even more detective work and found out that he's been plaguing Souls players for years.
Oh, like
I found him on Japanese forums for Dark Souls 3 and Dark Souls 2. And they were saying just him, or whoever it was, just doing some bullshit for years.
I think we found our new niche. We found gamer true crimes, just like this, like just like this bastard is just like, I'm gonna make these people's games like lives a living hell, and FormSoft games.
That might be.
He
That might be.
invaded our world like 7 different times.
And
It
that
was-
shouldn't happen, because when players are able to invade you, usually it's always random. But he did it consistently.
Damn.
This dude
It-
broke the game.
We had to put down the game and come back the next day to actually progress in the place we wanted to, because if we tried to multiplayer together, he'd always invade.
And he would kill us. It was impossible. And we were wasting so much. There's a specific material that you have to use to be able to co-op, and it's limited. It's a limited resource unless you grind for hours to get it. So like we had to stop before we wasted it all. It was so freaking just god awful. And that's the thing too, is that anytime a player wrongs me in a game, like, and I mean really wrongs me, like, I don't care if you like get a trick shot on me in Call of Duty. I don't care if you like wrong me in a very specific and very bullshit way and then proceed to taunt me, then I will write your name down and remember it forever.
I've only got 2 names on my shit list. It's this guy and another guy that fucked with us in Bloodborne. I remember their names. It's been 6 years since that guy fucked with us in Bloodborne, and I still remember his name. I message him every now and then on PlayStation Network saying hi, like, what's up? I want him to respond so I can insult him, but then again, I don't want to get banned. I don't know. Something's wrong with me.
I actually, and the thing is too is that like I don't know where I wrote them down, but I know I have them here. Is I only remember two names, the one from Demon Souls and the one Colt's talking about, because he's a real piece of shit. I fucking hate him. He can burn. He can burn in hell. No, because we were playing Bloodborne this one time and we wanted to just play the DLC. We wanted to progress. He would not let us do that. And then when we told him to please stop, he messaged us back and said just terrible things to us. Like, are you serious? We are literally trying.
What sort of terrible things are we talking
Is
about?
he just saying like
It was like just the It was just insulting us, insulting
us,
families,
because we were saying
insulting us because we're American, stuff like that.
Yeah, we
American,
were like,
I don't care so much.
I don't care.
Yeah, because America sucks. Let's be honest.
But then he started saying stuff like he was just like, fuck you, I don't care. Stop being such a pussy. Like, dude,
this just woke
we just
up
want to play
and
the
chose
game.
violence, I guess. What the fuck?
But then he started going into video game spoilers too. He started spoiling games. Like, dude, are you serious?
What a fucking chode.
Like,
Anyway, I really hope he burns in hell if there is a hell.
gamer hell. Like Wenzel just has like a notebook with a red pen, just like Kill Bill writing people's names out.
But this person's name I remember, and the other person. But there's 4 other people that their names are written down. I don't know where the paper is, but it's here. I never got rid of it.
If Wenzel had 2 bullets and had a choice to kill this guy, Mitch McConnell, or fucking Adolf Hitler, fucking Wenzel would waste both the bullets on that guy.
he would shoot him twice and then throw the gun at him.
Well, no, if I could line them up, yeah, I would shoot him.
They're like all the monsters of history. Please stand in a straight line. I have to conserve ammo.
But man, I really want this guy to suffer. But anyway, no, sorry, 5 names, because there was 4 people. We played The Division a long time ago. There's these 4 dickbags who were just god awful, and then this one guy, because I remember I played Halo 3 multiplayer after years, and there's this one guy. I remember he had. I can't. I'm starting to remember some of his name. It's pissing me off. He was an absolute shitbag too. Okay. Anyway, sorry for this long tirade of me just being mad about multiplayer. But
every time Wenzel and I get together to play a multiplayer game, there's gonna be someone that will message me or him just talking shit for no reason. Consistently with every single Call of Duty game, it's always been me that gets a message from someone calling me a tryhard and that I need to eat shit.
Okay,
I don't know what
we learned today is do not give Colton Wenzel the death note.
But also we have a leeway for a new spinoff where Colton Wenzel become bounty hunters to track down people who commit gamer crimes. We'll call it, wait for it, Pog the Bounty Hunter.
Oh,
okay,
that's pretty good. That's pretty good. No, but if I had the power,
we're gonna be not racist. Though,
I
like
fucking love it, but I hate it. God damn you, Pat.
It's really good, but if I had the power, I would totally, if I could, this is such fantasy isekai bullshit, but if I could have a demon that can make portals, I would hunt these people and just show up in their bedroom and just kick the shit.
God damn.
I feel that when I get some people
John,
just make me so mad. I always say I just want to punch you. I just want to
not
punch you.
Jokes.
It makes no sense why they have to be so mean. I'm just trying to play the game. Why are you being so mean?
And to be fair, if I was there in front of them in person, I would not do jack shit. I am not very confrontational. I am a passive person.
I am not confrontational either, but if you really piss me off, I will spit on you. Looking at you, Sasha.
God,
Pat, you need
That's
to
my dog.
fucking
I don't do that to
stop.
Sasha. That's terrible. She's my little baby. Before I got in here, it was funny because I went into the kitchen and I was gonna go pet her, but then my mom stopped me and she's like, "Do not bother Sasha. She's trying to sleep." And I was like, "But look, she's happy to see me." And she's like, "She's trying to sleep, Wenzel. Leave her alone." Anyway,
I do.
We kind of got off subject.
I do love.
we really got off subject.
With
I
Wenzel's
was
dog, how
trying.
she's just like Wenzel loves her, but I'm not sure if Wenzel, if Sasha loves him back. She just has like a look like I don't care about
Okay,
anything about you.
no, she totally loves me because every time I get down to come pet her, she always comes up to me and just like limp body just drops on me because that's how she knows that I'll hold her and pet her and stuff. Oh my god, I love that little puppy, that big puppy. I love the little doggy. What was the question Pat asked before though? Like what we wanted to see in the podcast or something? I can't remember.
Yeah, what we see in the next 100 episodes.
What we want to like
What would we
personally
like to do in the next
see.
100 episodes?
Oh man, I don't know.
I'd
don't know
like to
anymore.
take a shit on air.
I mean, Cody's been the first year of the show, just like dropping big old bombs in his butt,
I mean, someone has to pick up the slack.
and he chooses the dookie slack.
I think we should get our first bear on the podcast, the animal, so we can just see who's stronger than a bear.
Okay.
I would be
I got
100%
excited for half a second. It's like, oh, we're gonna have a giant, hairy, muscle gay man on this show.
Well,
We can have that. There's nothing.
can have that.
have that any day. But we want a bear, thousands of pounds, monster bear.
Wait, why do we have to have a? Can we not just? Is there not any way to schedule a bear, like a gay man, and a bear cub together?
I mean, that's fine, but like, it's just a bear cub. It's gonna be cute, but I want to fight a real bear. I don't want to fight a.
Why
real
do you want to
bear.
fight an
I,
animal?
It's a
Let's-
joke.
I don't want to.
Let's just get the
bitch. I want to ride a bear. I want a fucking bear saddle. Put a saddle on that bitch and ride that shit in a battle.
I don't know if bears are meant to be ridden.
Tell
But
that
probably not.
Have you seen Golden Compass?
tell that to a Russian circus.
Okay, that was a little girl, and that was a polar bear. Okay.
The most dangerous bear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But on the bear, that just remind me of an idea I had for the show. It just never panned out. Like I thought about what if we did like a live, kind of like petting zoo on the show.
Yes, I was about to say that.
Yay.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it's still possible. Like when we get some more revenue in, but like I thought, like what if we had like like the kind of people who go around the libraries and the schools, like, oh, here's a tarantula, here's a chinchilla, here's a rabbit, and we just sort of like coo and caw over like these animals on air.
yes,
I think that would be very fun.
That would be
That
fun.
would
I
be
would
fun
lose my
for us.
freaking
I don't
mind.
know how riveting that would be. As
I mean,
I don't care.
We
We're
did
gonna record
cooking
it.
competitions on this show. I mean, like,
I had an episode where I just talked about my pets.
and that was one of the best episodes of the year last year. That was in our
Yeah.
top 10. So, like, we can get a chinchilla on the mic, John. Just say yes.
Okay, you got me.
We just
Yeah.
have to, although I will say, I think the cheapest petting zoo I could find was $300 for an afternoon.
Oh God.
Bitch.
For an afternoon. Okay, wait a minute. So $300 divided by like 4. What is that? Sorry,
We're
calculator.
doing math live on air.
I'm not doing math. I forgot the numbers
75.
as soon as you said them.
$75 per person.
Okay, granted, we should probably put $300 into the show, like tech wise, before we start getting
No.
like, animals and
Yeah,
shit.
No. $300 is going straight to a petting zoo for an afternoon.
we get some goats.
God, I want to
We'll figure out the rest later.
A crazy idea I had. We record on a boat.
Oh hell yeah! I'd love to do that.
Like, there's.
like the fucking lads get a pontoon boat.
Well, I was thinking,
Oh.
like, because there is a river boat, like, about 10, 20 minutes from here that do, like, little tours and restaurants on it, we just record there while we're on the boat.
Will they
Okay.
let us do
I
that?
mean, like, it doesn't hurt to ask.
I mean, that's
Pat,
the worst they can say is no.
Pat, that's a good idea. That's a very good idea.
Also,
But me and Colt have been me and Colt have been wanting to fish for a while. That'd be such a good bit if we just did an episode of us on a boat and me and Colt are fishing. No, we're all fishing. We're all fishing.
I would love that so much.
Yeah.
You
Just
know what?
Fishing cast. We could have a beginning of the day podcast session. We'll have a midday session where we've been fishing and we'll have end of the day thoughts of fishing.
Well, the fishing that reminds me. I was looking through our listens one day, and I found out that a apparently very popular fly fishing podcast listened to one of our anime review episodes, and I was like, you know what? Maybe it's time for a reach out.
I'm so down for it.
Well,
You know what? Let's just go fishing.
On the reach out, like that's one of my goals for the episodes. Like I like to be able to like find some cool people like outside of our social circle and interview them.
Mm-hmm.
Like I thought about there just like some plan that like there's a drag queen I wanted to reach out to. There's a comedian I wanted to reach out to. That like there's a wrestler I wanted to reach out to. Like I feel like hell even other shows like. Yeah. Outside of like our mutual friends and like outside of like our little network, like I kind of want to reach out and do that because like there's a bunch of little fun shows out there, and I feel like there's people that we could probably mesh really well with. We just have to just like reach out there and do. Of course, it's more likely going to be me that's going to be doing that, but so like I'm very like socially like timid. So like even doing it online is a big like hurdle for me, but that's something I really want to try.
Asking me to talk to someone new, Pat, is like stabbing me in the face with a screwdriver.
Yeah,
It's something that I like to do after the fact it's happening. It's the process of meeting them and talking to them is actual hell. But after you meet somebody, it's a little bit easier. But just that first meeting, it's always hell for me.
Man, it's a skill that I need to work on.
So,
I
will say that was one of Tanner's strong suit. Is he's very outgoing and he's very sociable. So him getting sort of these like connections to talk to people, that was very easy for him. But so I'm trying to emulate him in a way that I'm able to put myself out there for the show in terms of making connections and meeting new people and making new friends.
Fair.
Hell yeah.
Actually, on that though, that I would love to see that as well. Especially like I don't know, maybe interviewing and getting to know like more artists. I think would be really really sick.
Oh, that would be cool.
Yeah, because the only close friends that I know that are artists are Pat and Liz and Shimmy. And other people, I'm sorry if I forget your name.
I mean, we have a very creative like circle of friends. If it's not, it's like especially traditional art. Like some are photographers, some are crafters, some are like cosplayers. So like we know people who have like a large set of skills.
I would argue our friend group is nothing but artists. Be it actual making, drawing, painting, digital, whatever, or just creating in general. We have a creative
very creative group, yeah. Mm-hmm. I would agree 100%. We're awesome. I would say that too. Pretty cool.
Not just us, everyone else around us. I'd argue everyone around us is cooler. When everyone around me.
Yeah, when I say that though, I include everybody in our group. Yeah. I was just gonna say too. I really I don't know. I just really hope we can be consistent about being inconsistent. Variety. I don't mean that in a very negative way. Man. 200 years.
200 years.
200 years of AYCH, Morty.
And like I'm just excited for where the show's gonna go, and then to think like our 4-year anniversary is coming up in a pretty short span of time too.
Yeah, like
1st of May.
Yeah, about 2 months.
So like we'll have another big reminiscence episode back then too. But like it's just exciting. Like we're just a bunch of blokes from Tuscaloosa, Alabama, and we're just like making shit happen. Like we're just out here having fun. I mean, that might sound kind of corny or goofy, but like we're doing this because we enjoy it. Like we haven't made a dime off this, and hopefully,
And money is always nice, but
it's not the reason why we just like talking about shit and just like putting it out there and like having a record of us spending time together.
Yeah.
And we're gonna be like we'd be doing this regardless whether we had these microphones or not. We would still be doing it. Whatever time comes that the show decides, we go to bed. We're still gonna be friends. We're still gonna be making shit. And this is just like a record of a period in our lives where we're just making having fun and making really cool shit and just sort of cataloging what we're into and what's happening in the world.
Hell yes.
You know what? We need to totally do a photo shoot where the dogs, any dogs, just dogs, take our place on the AYCH table. That'd be a really good bit.
That would be
like
good.
dogs playing poker, but it's dogs podcasting.
Yes.
TM. That's us.
TM. Well, we have to find one more dog. We have Darwin and Piper and Sasha. Oh, Lucas. We have 4.
Ooh,
There
yeah.
we go.
So
I would say throw Nova in there, but he's a fucking bitch. So
No,
don't.
he would cut everyone.
Nova's a asshole.
Nova is a perfect analog for Cody, though.
He would, yeah.
Nova's more of
Nova-
an asshole, though. That cat.
Nova
is
is
mean.
like Hannibal Lecter in Silence of the Lambs. That's how he would have to bring him in here.
It's like all like
We
strapped
say
up
all
to-
this, but he's the nicest he's ever been to me and my mom. He's actually, I want to say, I don't know when we first got him. However many years we've had him, he's finally getting to a point where he's just sitting next to my mom now, where he wants to sit next to her.
That's good.
You know, only after, 7 years?
Yeah.
I will say the one time whenever I had to go over there to feed him, it was last year. It was at that point that I lost all fear for him. So every time I was near him and he started hissing or try to swipe at me, I would just hiss at him and say "get away," and then he would run away like a scared
yeah,
little bitch.
that's the best way to really handle him.
Like a little bastard, like a little motherfucker. I'm gonna scare that little. Sorry, I like cats, just not Nova.
Nova has a bit of an attitude problem,
Mm-hmm. That he does.
but I mean, and plus, I guess I don't know. Just trying to think of a way to make it succinct. But also like just on top of us going over like what we enjoyed, but like also we want to thank all of y'all for listening to 200/252 episodes of this show. Whether you're old, new, or somewhere in the middle of listening, like you're a big reason why we keep doing this. Granted, we would still be doing it anyway, regardless of how big or small our listening base was. But like we appreciate y'all coming out and really giving us support and listening, because like I said earlier, like our numbers were really good throughout 2020 despite everything happening in the world.
Yeah, and numbers for this year alone are like, holy fuck.
Off to a very good start. We really appreciate y'all just coming out and for us and listening.
Thank
Yeah,
Ten,
thank
y'all
you.
are 10 out of 10 best fans ever.
Thank you. We really do
You
appreciate
keep
y'all.
It's kind of like God. It's like you guys. He doesn't listen, but you keep praying to him, and like that's like us. You keep giving us this unbelievable, unmeasurable power. Thank you.
And like y'all stuck with us through like all this time, through like these big changes in the show, through like core cast members leaving, going on to other things. That still sticking around for just our little version of banter that we put out in the world. That we can't thank y'all enough.
Yeah.
So
it makes
here's
us
to
really
200
happy.
episodes and many, many more.
Happy New Year.
Thank you.
Thank you all so much. I think that'd be a good time to start tying it up, don't y'all think?
I agree.
Yes.
All right. Well, once again, another big thank you for listening to everything we've done so far and listening to this episode. And as always, you can listen to us on SoundCloud, iTunes, Google Play, Google Podcasts, Overcast, Spotify, and any RSS feed catchers out there. Be sure to like, rate, review, and subscribe on all those platforms. It helps us out, keeps us up high in the algorithm, puts us in front of new people, and, of course, we always appreciate you when you do that. You can follow us on our socials on Twitter and Instagram at AYCH Podcast, Facebook and Letterboxd at AllYouCanHear, Twitch at twitch.tv/AllYouCanHear, and YouTube, which is also at AllYouCanHear. And lastly, you can follow me, Patrick, on Twitter, Instagram, and Letterboxd. John Lost His Name in my art on Facebook at John Lost His Name Art.
My name's Jonathan. You can follow me on Twitter at JONIIBOI24 and John Ownson12 on Letterboxd. Do a dab.
My name, Colt. Follow me on Twitter at ColtD00. Thank you for listening. Just thank you so much. Have a great day. Go outside and roll around 200 times for us.
Ooh.
In your own yard, if you have a yard. If you don't have a yard, just roll around on your bed for 200 times.
Please don't get dizzy. Thank you for listening. I'm Winslow. You can follow me on Twitter at Winsy Wilkie. You can follow my art Instagram at WhatAWinsy. If you go to my link tree, I have links to my Letterboxd and to my Goodreads and some other stuff. I don't know. I can't remember. It was really funny because Sasha recently, I left a bag of chips that was not completely empty too close to our table edge, and she got to the bag and started she ate everything in it. And my dad was he was like, "Why do you think it's so funny?" And I'm like, "Cause a dog just ate a full bag of or 1/3 of a bag of chips. Like, how's that not funny?" Anyway. Bye.
Bye.
Take care. Goodbye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.